Jam! Hello again and welcome back to another fun-filled episode of Monday Night Magic here on the MTGcast Network. This is episode 599.
Tax not included.
Caught me completely off guard. I am Chewie. I can't even right now. That was Bill.
Hi.
And the other giggling idiot that's not me was Cluze.
Yep, the secret to comedy.
What's that?
Is timing.
A lack of shame.
That helps too, yeah.
That's really actually the secret to comedy.
So yes, this is 599. That means we're doing 600 next week.
I mean, probably.
Did we?
That sounds like us.
Did we want to do anything special for that?
I guess we could probably make the end of Magic happen so we don't have to do anymore. Everyone else seems to be doing it.
As was foretold.
Okay, well, tell you what. If we're gonna do something special about 600, then keep an eye on our social medias. Because we did not think to talk about it before the show, and we're not going to debate it during the show.
Correct.
Hey, we are inserting this after the show. We talked it over. We've decided to live stream number 600 over on twitch.tv/themanapool. So if you want to see our lovely, lovely faces as we stare off into space while the other people are talking, then by all means, come hang out. We will start probably sometime after 8:30 Eastern Time. Something like that.
Eastern Daylight Time.
Yes. Let's say that we'll try to start around 8:30. And if we start a few minutes later, you knew what this was.
It will almost certainly be later unless I can get these guys to join us earlier because I have to set up the stream scene. So.
Okay.
There you go. And I doubt
keep an eye on all of our
them.
Twitter accounts, and we will tweet when we're ready.
Yes.
Yeah. So there you go. Come join us for Monday Night Magic number 600 next Monday, the 26th of March. Yay. Take it away, Chewie that recorded the episode earlier. Yeah. So, this is still episode 599, and we are still Chewie, Bill, and Cluze. Yay!
Hooray!
Go team.
Existential crisis averted.
I would like to begin episode 599 of Monday Night Magic with a small PSA requested by our judgy friend Min, who... That was Min, right? Yeah, that was Min. Okay. Who requests that I point out to people that the Star City Open in Cincinnati next week is actually in downtown Cincinnati at the Duke Energy Convention Center instead of located somewhere in a suburb of Cincinnati, Sharonville. So it's not in the place where it has been in the last 6 years. For the last 6 years, rather. It's actually in downtown Cincinnati.
Is this a last-minute change, or is it just that we don't want people to be
It's just
complacent?
that it's not where all of the other SCG Cincinnatis have been, I think.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't think this is a last-minute change. I think this is just... Hey, reminder. So there you go.
Don't go to this event on autopilot if you've been there before. Don't trust your old GPS directions.
Can I tack on another PSA? Maybe a postscript PSA? A PS PSA?
Would that be a PSA PS?
Oh, yeah, sure. That's fine, too.
Adopt pets.
While you're in Cincinnati for the SCG events, you owe it to yourself to get some Skyline chili.
All right, then.
Trust me, it's going to sound crazy. You're going to go there and you're going to go, why would you do this? No, trust me. It's worth it. Just try it. I think you'll like it.
All right, then.
Na.
So,
Or you know.
what's the big news this week? Dominaria! Nothing happened. That doesn't start till, what, Wednesday?
Wednesday, yeah.
So, no news.
Go team.
Yes. What else? There's some art from Masters 25 that made its way to our show notes.
Yeah, since the set came out, they actually put together a gallery of what got new art so that you can actually skim over and see what's changed.
I mean, there's only a couple of pieces.
There's not a lot, so like it's just fun to skim over. They don't generally do a ton of new art for these things.
No, this set does have a ton of new art, but this isn't all of them. This is just some of the notable ones.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, this isn't all of it. It's just some highlights. Hey, look, war drums.
I have to say, as much as I love the original art for Isan Shade, this one's pretty cool.
Yeah, that was pretty nice.
Wow, Doomsday is suitably creepy.
Right?
He's a creepy guy.
No.
Also, the car art.
Yeah.
And Ensnaring Bridge is the stuff of nightmares.
Yes. Hey, look, it's Gerard. Hey, Gerard.
That guy even dropped his sword.
It's not like he was going to use it. His stats suck. Says the 1/1.
So that's, that's that. Did Masters 25 come out, like, for reals? Oh,
Last Friday,
yeah, that happened this past weekend, and folks went and played it, as I understand.
Yay! So let us know how you like Masters 25, if you like Masters 25, from a drafting perspective.
Yeah, that's why it was built the way it was built, so
yes,
you should keep that in mind.
We legitimately do not care about your opinion on the EV of the set. We just don't. Just, if you drafted it, let us know how you liked it.
And look, I'm sure there are people who do care about the EV of a set.
We are not those people.
Not us.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I did not buy 4 packs of this to slowly open. That shows you where we're at on this one.
That was because of Dominaria, though.
That's part of it.
Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, link is in the show notes. Check out the sweet arty thing here.
Shouldn't he be saving Zelda?
I'll be all right.
Depends on the game.
More news. The Magic Arena non-disclosure agreement. Aggrievement? Hang on, let me try that again. The Magic Arena non-disclosure agreement is evaporating on Thursday, March 22nd. So...
okay. I'm sorry. When exactly is what I'd like to know. Like, does it drop at midnight on the 22nd or like 11:59 on the 22nd? So do I get to see stuff about it on Thursday this week or on Friday this week?
It says starting the evening of March 22nd. The game will go into downtime the morning of March 22nd, and we'll go back up with the next major update that evening. And from that point on, it is you can make content out of it.
Sweet! I look forward to seeing such things.
Yay! Now, before more people ask me, no, I will not be making any Magic Arena content yet, because I'm not in the beta. I didn't want to jump in the beta and take a slot from someone because I had literally no intention of playing it until I could make content out of it. Now that I can, I've actually, an update from this week's episode of the Mana Pool, I've actually applied for the beta, so when I get in, I will start doing that thing that I do. But until then, no.
Oh wow, they've got a bunch of stuff in the content creator kit for this game too.
Yeah, they've made a creator kit, which strikes me as odd. But it's got visuals, stream overlays, and a detailed best practices guide with advice straight from well-known creators in the community. So,
and then when you go to download it, it gives you that fan content policy that's still full of crap.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. You mean the one that's been full of crap for months, but no one noticed until they pointed it out again?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
All right.
So, yeah, if you are a streamer and you want your stream to look just like everyone else's, feel free to go use these stream overlays. I really don't understand why anyone would be like, yes, I will totally use this thing that Wizards gave me so that I can look like every other stream. But whatever. I'm apparently not the person to ask about stream overlays because I don't have one.
Well, if you download this creator kit.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
I think you yourself are the stream overlay.
Yeah, like I've got the game that I'm playing, I've got my head in one corner, and then I've got a little Mana Pool logo in the bottom corner, and that's it. Like, I like to keep my stream nice and clutter-free, and apparently the way that you get big on Twitch is by cluttering up your stream with just all kinds of crap.
Yeah, you could understand. You could add an overlay to take up at least 20% of the screen.
Clearly,
and then maybe some semi-transparent banners, maybe a Chiron you could put up there and
Chiron
cover up some more over it.
Isn't Chiron the guy who ferries you across the River Styx?
I always thought it was Charon.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's Charon.
Okay,
yeah.
what's...
Mind you, I I'm not going to pretend to be an expert on the intended pronunciation of Greek mythology names.
What the hell's a Chiron?
It's like a samophlant.
Oh, Chiron is a centaur. Okay, I knew he was still a Greek character, damn it.
Samophlange.
What the heck is a samophlange? Obscure references are the best.
Yes.
That's how we talk.
Anyway, so yeah, all of this is in the link in the show notes that went up on, this was on Wednesday? Yeah. And yes, once I get into the beta, I will totally start, doing that. Oh, Cluze. Okay, lower third, television graphics that occupy the lower area of the screen or any God, why is this so hard to read? Or any predominantly text-based video graphic as used mainly by television news broadcasts. Oh, that's called a Chiron?
That is also sometimes called a Chiron.
Yeah. I did not know that. Maybe I could get like a Bloomberry ticker on the bottom. Just.
Yes. That is.
I remember back when Tech TV existed, they would run episodes of original Star Trek at night, but they added in a bunch of stuff to make it look like a weird cable news thing during the show.
Yeah.
So you had like the Spock market and a bunch of other terrible puns going up and down and distracting you as much as they could from watching the old TV. I think it was originally their way of trying to cope with the fact that obviously it wasn't in HD, so they just had the letterbox space anyway.
Yeah.
But it was remarkably distracting considering how much standing around and just staring and reacting that show has.
Fair enough.
It's a weird thing that I couldn't make up.
And so the word of the day is Chiron.
Feel free to use it in a sentence.
Or don't.
Or don't.
But whatever you do, don't tell us about the EV of this Chiron.
Also be careful. It's apparently a trademarked corporation name.
Only if you capitalize it.
Don't capitalize it when you say it out loud. That would be a mistake.
Exactly.
And yes, there's a small number of you. No, there may be there are some of you, a finite number of you out there who are making Chiron Beta Prime jokes in your mind. I'm making
Christmas.
them too.
Yeah, it's off season.
Yeah.
Get back in the mine.
Message redacted.
Anyway, so that's is that the news?
Yeah.
It looks like that's all the news.
Bum bum ba-dum.
Wow. So let us move on to the event singular. Grand Prix Phoenix happened this weekend in Phoenix.
Not on a Phoenix. Not played by a Phoenix.
Phoenix is in what, West Carolina?
No. No, I've actually been there now.
I thought it was East California.
I'm sure they would love to be called that. No, I've actually been there now, and I can attest to the fact that is that place that was cold and on fire. So
Gotcha.
Clearly that was a representative sample of the entire city.
Nice.
Southern Utah?
What?
South Utah.
It's not a state.
Well, I mean, it's at least as good as Eastern California.
No, that has the right number of letters at least.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. My apologies. Okay, Southeastern Nevada?
Anyway, this was a modern event. Is this the first modern GP since the ban?
I don't think so.
Or the unban, rather?
I know we've talked about the deck list plenty of times outside of SCG stuff, but it might have been in the context of like trios or something.
Hang on. I'm looking. GP schedule. This is okay.
No, GP schedule
episode 599.
Where was this?
Phoenix.
I'm in May. Hang on, wrong M month. Here we go. Phoenix. Okay. The last modern was Lyon in France, and that was in middle of February. When was the
That would still be after it.
The unbanning was in February, but I think it was right after Lyon, wasn't it? It was, because they did one.
I think it was announced right before, but then it didn't affect that weekend.
That's what it is, right. It didn't go into effect until after Lyon because they didn't want to alter the format in such a major way with only 1 week to prep for it.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, so hang on, I've lost my deck lists because I had to mute and cough.
Yeah. There were 1,332 people there, 5 shy of a dated internet joke.
the best dated internet joke. Not really.
Yeah, I'm having
Internet
trouble.
joke least likely to get you a date.
Milady.
Take that back.
I hate you so much.
Yeah, you do. So let's see here. What happened here? What was it? 1332 people. And look at this. Only one guy won. That's awful selfish.
Huh.
That's not sharing or caring.
That guy was Steve Locke, who won playing Humans.
Humans. Steve Locke, who the last GP he appeared in, he also won.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it's just, I'm going to say it's his jam, is to go to a GP, win it.
Well, if he can keep that up, he gets a hat trick.
All right then. Is there anything interesting about his Humans deck, or is it just a Humans deck?
It is a Humans deck.
It's got Thalia in it. Isn't she a goblin?
She is. Yeah, she's
Oh, well,
technically
getting pretty close.
an honorary goblin. It's legendary creature, human soldier, comma, honorary goblin. It just doesn't fit on the type line.
It
No,
really
it
doesn't.
doesn't. I blame the Balearan font.
Yeah, that is fair.
All right then. So second place is these aren't in order. Is Pearson
bottom one.
Laughlin, who was playing Jund.
He was, and I wanna take this moment to talk now that we've got both of those out there. I wanna talk just briefly about the finals because I actually watched some coverage. I'm sorry I sprung that on all of you. I hope you were sitting down. I watched a tiny bit of coverage. I happened to wander to my computer right when they were going to the finals. So I'm like, oh hey, yeah, I'll watch that. So I watched the finals, and it didn't take a super long time, which was cool because it was Humans, which is an aggressive deck, against Jund, which is a fairly aggressive deck, and it went pretty well. Now, Pearson Laughlin, he made it, I believe, either into the finals or into the top 8 off of a very low life total Dark Confidant trigger, a Bob trigger, that he just barely survived. And as long as he survived that Bob trigger, he was going to win, and he did. So then we get to the finals, and game 1, Steve Locke just rolled right over Laughlin, just completely destroyed him. It was just he got out an Ether Vial on turn 1, and then it was just like kind of crap out all the humans, just smash in, dead. I believe when he first attacked, it was like turn 2 or 3, and he swung for 13.
Good lord.
So it wasn't even a contest. It's like, okay,
Yeah, that's how you get triskaidekaphobia.
We're done. Scoop it up. They went to game 2, and there Laughlin managed to essentially just Jund him out. Okay, he always had an answer to kill off the humans that were out there, and
It is a verb.
so we go to game 3, and in game 3, it was kind of a back and forth, and Steve Locke had gotten in for quite a bit of damage. Laughlin was down to, at one point, I think 1 life, and Steve Locke was on 11 life. But Laughlin had gotten out a Squeeze, a Scavenging Ooze, and he had eaten 2 creatures to get himself back up to 3. He still had mana open. Bob Trigger was on the stack, because of course there's a Bob out there. Bob Trigger was on the stack. That's Dark Confidant. Dark Confidant Trigger was on the stack. He was at 3 life. He still had mana open. There were still creatures in the graveyard. He could have eaten them, but you know what? Live by the Bob, die by the Bob. He went ahead and flipped it with only 3 life, and he flipped over a Bloodbraid Elf, and so that was it.
Whoops.
And that's how Bloodbraid Elf is effective modern.
That is exactly how that's happening. And so that 1 Bob trigger was the difference between first place and second place. And so
You said he was at 3.
He was at 3, yeah.
Yeah, like there's more than just that in his deck that would have killed him right there.
Yeah, that's
a
true.
significant portion of his deck would kill him, actually.
But it was great that it was Bloodbraid Elf that did it, right? Like, of all the things that could have been flipped, it was great.
Yeah,
It was
I don't know. I like the idea that Lily could have done it because that would also be poetic.
Yeah, she would totally do that.
Like the final betrayal. Yeah, I
Yeah.
can see that.
Nice.
But yeah, so it was good things. If Pearson Laughlin had gotten an untapped red source anytime in the preceding like 3 turns, he would have just won because he could have wiped out Locke's board, because I believe he had was it an Anger of the Gods that he had sitting in his hand.
Yeah, if he boarded that in, which he would have.
Yeah.
So
And he did. Oh, he did. So it was a very exciting finish. It's nice to see it come down to, hey, this trigger right here, this is it. It's for all the marbles, or at least for $5,000.
That's an expensive Bob trigger.
That is an expensive Bob trigger.
So,
but still, it was great.
Before we move on, I would like to share a little bit of behind-the-scenes stuff here. So before we started, Cluze spent a not insignificant amount of time trying to find the cost difference between first and second place.
And their life totals.
Right.
I wanted to know.
Yeah, so now that he's done that, I would like to point out to him that it tells you right here at the top of this page.
I had to find this page.
You had to find the results page?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, that's actually just funny. Okay.
I was busy digging for video coverage, and then I had to find this page. And then I did, and I wrote it down here on this piece of paper, right here.
Because you are analog with your digital ways.
I am. I used a fountain pen, too.
Ooh.
It currently has purple ink in it, because that's the way to roll.
Cluze and I disagree about a lot of things, but purple ink is not one of them.
Yep.
So you just like to get some blue in your red ink?
No, I got red in my blue ink.
Oh, okay. Trying to make it better. I got you.
Anyway, so third place.
I just made Cluze throw away his pen.
We have...
No, I had to mute so I could cough. I'm sorry.
We have Matt Nass playing an Ironworks combo deck. I'm not kidding.
Sure.
So, this deck uses Krark Clan Ironworks, which is an artifact that says sacrifice an artifact, add 2 mana to your mana pool. And he's got a variety of artifacts that draw you cards, or add mana. Chromatic Sphere, Chromatic Star, Ichor Wellspring, Mind Stone, Mishra's Bauble, Mox Opal, Pyrite Spellbomb, hey, Terrarian, and even Darksteel Citadel, which is listed under artifact, even though it's an artifact land, whatever. And then he's got Hangerback Walkers, Mirror Retrievers, and Scrap Trawlers, just to keep the train going.
Huh.
And it looks like the point, as far as I can tell, is to just get up a lot of mana and vomit out an Emrakul, the Eon's Torn.
So you get your storm count high, and then... Oh, no.
Yeah, I
don't think you're casting all that many things, actually. And the one Pyrite Spellbomb leads me to believe that there's some manner of recurring damage thing you can do. But I'm not entirely sure what that would be. Oh, Mirror Retriever and Scrap Trawler and Pirate Spellbomb. Got it. When the Mirror Retriever dies, you get 2 Mirror Retrievers in the graveyard, so when one dies, you can get another one. And Scrap Trawler says, when another artifact you control is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, return to your hand, target artifact card in your graveyard with a lesser converted mana cost. So each Mirror Retriever sacrifice will get back the other one, and the Scrap Trawler will get back the Spellbomb, so you can infinite them out that way, or Emrakul. And I'm sure there are other things that I'm just not seeing, but...
Pretty gutsy with just the 2 retrievers.
Yeah, right? But yeah.
Wow. And is the only actual colored spell the Ancient Stirrings?
Yes. At least in the main.
You need red for the Pyrite Spellbomb to make it do its damage thing, but still. Huh. Okay.
You've also got Wormcoil Engines in the board. Defense Grid in the board. And Girapur Ether Grid in the board. Just to give you another...
How did I never see this masterwork version of Wormcoil Engine before? I know I had to have seen it when it was printed.
I mean, we talked about it.
But that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's kind of sick.
Cool tokens for both of them.
Huh. Okay. All right.
So yeah, interesting that this deck not only appeared and worked, but worked well enough to take third.
Yeah.
It seems like it's the sort of thing that would be easily hated out, but I guess the way hate works is if there's a hole in the hate, then something will jump up to exploit.
Find a way.
Yeah. So let's see, who's in fourth? Vikram Kudva is running Nightfall with a K because it's Night of the Reliquary.
Is this the one where Bane breaks Chase's back?
Spoiler.
Look, Chase isn't going to remember.
Oh,
everything is a spoiler for him, but only for a sec.
That's fair.
But yeah, what was this deck called before? It's like a collected company deck. It's got Collected Company, Court of Calling, Jace, the Mind Sculptor, of course, Retreat to Coral Helm, and then a bunch of the cheap good creatures that you'd expect. Birds of Paradise.
Podless Pod?
Maybe? Birds of
That was
Paradise.
one of the names we've made for it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the Coco deck, but...
Devoted Druid, Duskwatch Recruiter, Eternal Witness, there's the Knight of the Reliquary, Noble Hierarch, Kasali Pride Mage, Reflector Mage, Spell Queller, Vizier of Remedies, because you're running Devoted Druid, and Walking Ballista. So yeah, it's just a good stuff deck. You've got your Kessig Wolf run in the lands to, win.
It does that.
Yeah, got your Jace the Mind Sculptor to stop your opponent from ever doing anything ever again. That sort of thing.
Also, here we are, fourth place deck.
Yes.
Yep, there's the Jace the Mind Sculptor that's totally going to break all of Modern.
Yeah.
There he is.
Totally. Look, he finished 4th. What?
Yeah.
With a broken back.
In In 5th place, we've got Sungjin An running Jace the Mind running Bring to Light Scape Shift. Bring to Light, remember, is that blue-green sorcery with Converge. So weird. You search your library for a creature, instant, or sorcery card with converted mana cost less than or equal to the number of colors of mana spent to cast Bring to Light. Exile that card, shuffle your library, you can cast that card without paying its mana cost. So it spend some amount of mana and go get a thing that costs some amount of mana and then play it for free. So yeah. But it's running Jace the Mind Sculptor along with Search for Azcanta. Ooh! With your usual Scape Shift, let's say nonsense. Yeah. So there you go. Next up, 6th place, Tate Donovan is running. It's called Green and Taxes. What? Okay. Resto Angel, Mirren Crusader, Kitchen Finks, Flicker Wisp, Thalia, Voice of Resurgence, Scavenging Ooze, Lean and Arbiter, Noble Hierarch, Path to Exile, Aethervial. If this looks different, I am not seeing it. But then I don't... Wait, this is Modern.
Yeah.
Yes.
We've seen this deck in Modern for a long time now. Just ignore me. Okay, I guess he just wanted to name it something neat.
It's reminding me that it's got the Resto Angel that has the Final Fantasy VIII art, so that's neat.
Wow, that is Final Fantasy VIII art.
Yeah, that's just straight up vanilla.
Nice. All right, so in 7th place, Alexander Corwith is running. Decks aren't in order. Tron. Oh. Well, that was a whole lot of build-up for Tron.
Oh, but it's got the Ugin.
It does have the Ugin. And then in 8th place, Michael Hughes is running a red-green Eldrazi deck. So how many...
Hold on. Let me just count up archetypes here. Let's carry the 1, 8.
You should never have to carry the 1 in the top 8.
Yeah,
maybe you should.
That's the joke.
Okay, hang on.
Okay,
we've
you might have to carry the 1 in the top 8.
All right, look, we've got 4 Bloodbraid Elf. None there. Nope, none there. 2 Jace. None there. 2 more Jace. That's 4. And 4. We've got 8 Bloodbraid Elf and 4 Jace spread across 2 decks apiece.
Yep, those unbannings have ruined the format.
Just completely.
Hey, that Bloodbraid Elf cost someone the entire tournament, dude.
It's a $5,000 Bloodbraid Elf.
So yeah, there you go. That's the top 8. If we want to... nope. I thought I had the top 32 open, but apparently I did not. Here it is. If we want to keep trucking down the top 32, we've got... What is Breach Moon? Oh, it's a Through the Breach deck that's also running Blood Moon. Okay. So it's
not
Blue
really
Moon.
worth naming.
It's a Blue Moon deck with a Breach package in it, I guess. Is what
I
they're
saw
going
it
for
standing
here.
alone.
Yeah, breaching like a whale. We've got a white-blue control that we have seen before. Here's one called Blue Moon Breach. So yeah, okay. We've got more humans. More humans. Here are some Decepticons. Affinity in 14th place. 14th place. There we go. Shut up.
I was laughing at something else.
So they're completely unrelated.
That's right.
Here is Storm. More Decepticons. More white-blue control. Sadly, this one does not have Wall of Omens. Oh, here's a Hollow One deck in 18th place. The red-black version that seems to be very popular. And in 19th.
Some not magic in 20th.
Yeah, some not... Well, I mean, it's modern, so it's sort of magic. Dredge in 20th. More Blue Moon. Well, I guess Blue Moon, since there's not the Through the Breach package in that one. The Mardu Pyromancer deck in 22nd. Good old Bedlam Reveler. Yep, here's Ponza rearing its ugly, brutal head in 23rd. Mono Green Tron. Elves. Wow. Look at Elves cracking the top 32. More Jund. More Decepticons. Madcap Moon. Oh my god, are you serious? Wow. Dylan Feeman, you get points for running this Madcap Experiment Platinum Empyrean combo deck thing to top 32nd. Top 32nd to top 32, inning 28. That's nice. Here's a Titan Shift deck. Here's a Taking Turns deck in 30th. Sorry, it makes me hurt.
It should.
More Humans and more Humans. Wow, I guess the boogeyman of the format is humans again, just based on amount of stuff in the top 32?
The most dangerous beast.
All right, look, all kidding aside, this modern format is starting to look pretty good.
Yeah, dude.
Been looking pretty good.
There's a lot of interesting decks in here. I could get behind this.
But not to shove, right?
No, certainly not.
Just checking. So yeah, this is good. Looking at the metagame breakdown in the highlights, in day 2, there were 28 burn decks, 11% of the field. There were 22 Jund decks, 16 each of Hollow One and Humans, 13 Tron, 12 Affinity, excuse me, hiccups, 10 Red-Green Eldrazi, and then the list keeps, oh my god, where does it end? There it goes. Wow. So yeah, there are a few decks at the top, and then a bazillion decks not at the top. And when I say top, I mean as far as the amount of them that made day 2. There's a Red-White Soul Sisters deck that made day 2. Whoo!
Nice.
White-Black Gideon Tribal. White-Black Smallpox. What?
Wait, Gideon Tribal?
That's what it says.
Well, we got
it's
a lot
like
of
fifth
Gideons.
from the bottom in the metagame breakdown.
I want to see that.
One Goblins deck made day 2.
Nice.
One Fairies deck made day 2.
Not as nice.
A Bring to Light Kiki Jiki deck. Dude, this is crazy.
Okay, so I've just pulled up like a year-old Gideon Tribal deck, and I'm entertained by this. Like, it really is just all of your creatures are Gideon the Planeswalker.
Nice.
And there's enough of them that you can do that in Modern. Oh, and 3 Heart of Kieran, because he drives cars.
Yada.
Great. I'm all right with that.
Get in there and dude bro him in the face.
It's even got Oath of Gideon in it. This is great. I have no idea if this is the deck that showed up there or what, but this whole thing is very entertaining to me from a flavor perspective.
So yeah, Modern looks kind of sick right now, as it has for the last little while.
It's got Gideon in the board.
That deck that needed to be banned out, the Lantern Control deck, yeah, there were 2 of those that made day 2. Whew, killing the format. So yeah, there you go. That's Modern, that's Phoenix.
Nice.
Seems good, man. Krark Clan Ironworks. Wow. By the way, we will drop a link to this Gideon Tribal link from, this is on MTG Goldfish from, you said like a year ago? Yeah, just under a year ago.
I'm sure there's more to it, but it's very entertaining looking just from this.
I think you could use more Gideons.
I think it might.
Comedy. So yeah, there you go. There's really nothing else that we could find that happened, so I guess let's talk about the nothing that happened in Magic Online.
Yeah, speaking of nothing. So yeah, Magic Online reminders. They post their news on Tuesdays. We record on Mondays. So the vast majority of the things in the list I'm not going to go over because they're things that have already happened. The main things to note are that Master 25 hit Magic Online last Wednesday. So it's there and available if you would like to play it. A reminder that the commons in Masters 25 are pauper legal as of last week. And they've updated the treasure chest to also include stuff. Like I said, I went over it last week, but if you're looking for it, there you go. And because a new thing came out, it's pretty much going to be all of the news. Everything else is related to watch people play it or, go play in events last weekend. So get on that. And yeah,
just
as
88 miles an hour.
We can go back in time and play Magic Online events. Yeah. But yeah, so like if you scroll down to the bottom of it, I will note that it has updates from the last downtime, what they fixed. So I know that I make fun of the bug blog stuff all the time, but they do fix things too, and I just don't read those. But I do feel like I should tell you guys that Teferi, Mage of Zalfir, now correctly gives flash to your creatures at all times. So no longer is he withholding the flash. So
well, that's good.
Yeah.
Can't be withholding the flash.
No. But really and truly, that's all that's going on here. Like, whenever a new set comes out, they don't really do much with it for a bit. So, yeah. Have fun.
All right, then. So it looks like that's all we have to talk about.
Yeah.
So
I kind of wish the light week was when we got to 600.
Why?
So that when we're inevitably screwing around with 600, we don't then have to also read through 2 hours of deck lists.
Yeah, the goblin's got a point.
Yeah, well, don't tell him that. It'll go to his goblin-y head.
Oh, wait, I thought I was muted.
Let's see. What do we have going on next weekend? Luckily, next weekend it's just GP Kyoto, which is Team Trios, so we don't have to talk about anything there. And then Cincinnati, which is...
We're going to talk about Chile.
Which is Team Constructed. So look at it.
We are going to talk about Chile. This is great.
Yeah, we've got a bunch of team things and a classic of each format, and that's it.
Okay.
Plus Dominaria.
Yeah, I guess that could also happen.
Not only because Dominaria stuff, like we said, starts Wednesday this week. As you might be able to tell from the name, we record this on Monday nights.
Yes, and next week we will go through the entire archive and pick out our top 5 episodes.
I don't know that I'm doing that.
Yeah, we're not
definitely
doing that.
Yeah, definitely not doing that.
Do I have to pick them since we were on the show?
Sure, yeah.
Fine.
I picked the last 5 episodes.
That's what I was going to pick.
Yay!
I'm going to pick the next 5 episodes. I'm optimistic. Better not let me down.
Anyway, so I guess we should wrap it up then.
Yep. So you can find me on Twitter at SqueeGoblinAbob. There's no I in Goblin because it's honestly on its way to the wrong venue in Cincinnati. Like, I could tell it, but I mean, what's it going to do if it actually gets there properly? And then it can tell me what's going on in Sharonville. So neat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So past that, I'm going to watch Pacific Rim this week because big robots are going to beat the crap out of big other things in a crazy fantasy world where people decide that the best solution for your problem is to build a wall. And then next week, I'm going to watch Ready Player One in a crazy fantasy world where really we're just probably going to get there eventually. So, yay. A crazy fantasy world where everyone sells your nostalgia back to you at a premium. Da-da-da. All
right, then. Cluze?
Yeah. So, hey, I'm going to do some of the things Squee's going to do, apparently, because I also hope to see Pacific Rim, and I'm definitely seeing Ready Player One the week after that. If you want to hear more from me, there's another podcast I do. It's called Random Discard. You can find it at randomdiscard.com. If you want to communicate with me directly, Twitter's your best bet. I'm at Lacluyze, spelled just like it is in the show notes. And hey, by the time this posts, well, no, actually, Chewie might get it up tonight. If you're listening to this on Tuesday, the 20th, I just want to wish you all a happy equinox because it is the spring equinox, the beginning of spring. Yeah, tomorrow's the equinox.
Yay!
So enjoy that is what I'm going to say. I guess that's all I have take it away.
Speaking of the scientist clues, what do we need to do on the Equinox to have the highest chance of getting superpowers?
Already have superpowers?
Oh.
Yes! I mean, nothing.
Fine.
But I believe the spring equinox tomorrow is technically at 12:15 Eastern time tomorrow on the 20th. So
would that be Eastern Standard Time or Eastern Daylight Time, Cluze?
Eastern Daylight Time.
Just check.
Stupid daylight saving time.
Go get him, Chewie.
Well, now I can't. Did we mention how last week Cluze was late? Because...
Hey. It's fine. Everything is fine.
So yeah, you can find me all over the internet as the Manipool. That's Twitter, Facebook, and youtube.com/themanipool, and twitch.tv/themanipool, where over the next few days I will be playing Overwatch on Twitch because the new hero, Brigitte, comes out. She comes out tomorrow. So hopefully we'll be streaming her tomorrow and possibly Wednesday if we actually get a chance to play as her ever. Because when a new character pops on Overwatch, the person with the fastest connection / computer just snap picks her and you don't actually get to try her out. And I have noticed that my computer actually doesn't get there faster than Bill. Because Bill will call out things that our teammates have picked before I can see it. And I'm like, or like what stage we're on or something like that before I can see it. I'm like, oh. So I will not get to play as her, but we'll still get to see her in action because she will be in every game ever.
Probably, yeah.
And since she looks awesome, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I mean, if it comes down to it, we can do like we did with Blizzard World and just start like a private server and all pick her and then just smash each other in the face with hammers.
Flails.
Yeah.
Get it right, man.
Sorry, someone hit me in the face. I don't know what it was. I think it was a shield, actually.
So that is that. If you want to help support what I do with the 2 podcasts a week and YouTube videos and Twitch streams, then you can feel free to check out patreon.com/themanipool, not the hiccup. The hiccup is extraneous information. I don't know where these hiccups came from all of a sudden, but I wish they'd go away. Okay. You can get, over on the Patreon, you can get early stuff, YouTube videos and Manipool episodes. You can get those early. You can get the odds and ends, all the stuff recorded before and after both Monday Night Magic and the Manipool that is uncensored and unfiltered and generally unsafe for consumption.
Totally worth it.
And totally worth it. I've been told by several people that it's well worth it. And if you so choose, you can become a lifeguard. Get it, Manipool? Lifeguard? It's funny. And get a shout out on both podcasts and get your name on the end slate for all the videos that go up each month that you support at that tier. To that end, I would like to thank the following exceedingly generous lifeguards. And here we go. Kim Ho, Andrew Hunt, Al, Rafe Gall, Corey Cloutier, Paul David, Lance Delicious, Team ULSRU, John Morris, Stuart Slaw, PJ McMullen, Bosco Brattain, Casey, Nathan Hay, Danny Liao, AJ Javieres, Cody Buckowing, Jake Jansons, Jason Kaus, Brian DeLucci, Stark Maximum, Jimmy Scott, Dan Holm, Mike Miller-Burned, and the Beastfather, Aaron Goodwine. Thank you all so very much for the support. I quite literally could not do it without you. So, to that end, I guess I should, I don't know why I said to that end again, actually. I have no idea. Apparently I'm not with it today.
You were coming with an excuse for me to mention that I was on the last Manipool.
Yes, that is totally it. Bill joined us on the last episode of the Manipool 501, where we talked about not only the Dominaria leak, but the history of Magic leaks, notable ones anyway, throughout history. And actually, Bill, somebody pointed out on Twitter what I think was that one card that was just ridiculous and couldn't be printed that was leaked improperly.
Which one was it?
I think it was Giant Solifuge, because it was spoiled as a 4/3.
That might be it.
but it's not a 4-3. It's a 4-1, which makes it fine. But at 4-3...
It's adequate, but not ridiculous.
Yeah, 4-3...
That's probably what we were thinking of. I remembered it being like all the abilities were right, but the stats were way off.
Yeah.
And
so, thank you, whoever pointed that out, which has now been long enough ago to where I won't be able to find them on Twitter. I'm very sorry. Oh, wait, no. It was Lego Daniac. Nice. But anyway, yeah, we talked about the big leaks, some of the smaller ones, some of the notable ones, Rancored Elf, Guillaume Gate, you know, all of that stuff, and how Wizards handled it, and all of that. And it was just a good discussion. Also, Brian got to rant about not getting the story in the mechanics article last Monday. Like, rant. I was impressed. But anyway, so there you go. That's that. So this has been Monday Night Magic number 599. A big thanks, as always, to Bill and Cluze for joining me.
We did.
And Cluze is
muted.
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 Sorry. Yes. Yay. Yeah, it was great being here.
So with that, we'll be done now. So thank you all so very much for listening, and go play some Magic.